Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong, welcome to the back office. If you saw my video on the VR box, you'll know that I quite like these cheapo 3D VR headset things that are basically Google Cardboard headsets. And I've been sent this new one. Look at this, it's a Laserbeak 360 virtual reality glasses. Comes in a nice black box, packaging feels nice, bit of glossy print there. Let's plop that open, let's jump straight in. Inside we have the manual, more on that in a minute. Lens cloth, bubble wrap package, and inside the bubble wrap package we have the unit itself. Now the unit itself has some really nice features. One, it's magnetic, so it's got a magnetic door, and you can see I already actually have my phone inside running a Google Cardboard application. It's also got another magnetic panel on the front, and that's for the camera if you've got an application that uses that. On the top it has an adjustment right here. And this is for adjusting the gap between the eyes, and I think that's called the interpupillary distance. So that's good, it'll fit your head no matter how far apart your eyes are. And here, if you notice, you can actually twist these in and out, so you can actually adjust each one independently. And if that wasn't enough, if you want to play with the depth of field, once you've adjusted both eyes, you've got these knobs on the sides. They're actually both connected straight through. You see them right there? And as you crank that, you can see, well, you can't really see from there, you have to see from the side, you can see the screen is moved in and out. Another nice feature here, you'll see this gap right here, headphone socket accessible, USB port accessible. Plenty of access points. There's your screen right in there. So it's quite simple then, you just pop that straight on, whip that in, and then just adjust as needed. Fortunately for me, both of my eyes are the same, so I don't have to twist the individual parts. But I can then play with this just to sort of get the screen to fill the field of view as required. Now, unfortunately, again, there's no way to actually touch the screen in this, so you will have to use a remote control to select what you see. I do understand that apparently the Chrome API, the actual Cardboard API is going to change so that when you actually look at something, and if you hold the stare there for a while, you'll see a circle turn around and that will select for you, so then you won't need to adjust anything. But if you're like me and you kind of just want to get on with it and not have to use a remote control, there's still the capability of drilling a hole through here, which will leave you coming out right here, so that you can actually just pop your finger through and touch it. And if you ever look at one of my earlier videos on the VR box, I've made that exact mod so I don't have to carry anything around. It's actually very comfortable. It's got a really nice gaskety thing that goes around your eyes. I'm not going to complain about that at all. The head strap's really padded. This big leather bit at the back's very padded. It's sitting really well. It's in fact very balanced. Considering how heavy the Nexus phone is, I think I could wear this a lot longer than the actual VR box unit. So just to show you the detail here, here's the rubber pads right there. You can see the two rubber pads. It does come with a selection of these, so you can then align them up. So for my phone here, I've got my power button and a little gap in the volume, and if I put it right here, which sits between those two, it won't touch the buttons. So once you've popped that in, shut the screen and enjoy. Just a little bit of detail on how this works. You see the levers here, move that in and out, and if you look inside, there's actually a rack there. Let's get some light on there for you. You can actually see there's a rack moving that in. It's really quite nicely made, both sides. There you go. And then when you turn the bit that adjusts the gap between the two, again, you can see how that goes in and out. Nice magnetic coupling there. And just to flip this over, let me just show you that detail there. There's some lens protection plastic still on there. Look at this, you can actually twist that. Get that adjusted to where you need. Really, that covers most features. If you go on their website, you can actually get a QR code, I believe, to set your cardboard so it knows what phone you're using, and then adjust all the screens appropriately. And I'm just going to show you this. It does actually come with the little rubber pads, so you can stick the rubber pads on this mounting plate. See that? Now I need the matte rubber pads right here, you see, because that's where the Nexus 6 power button goes, and if you didn't use the rubber pads, the power button gets squashed up against that and gets pressed. So this should fit all your phones. You can see here it fit very narrow phones all the way to the very widest 6-inch phones. My Nexus 6 pretty much maxes it out. So this is the old Nexus 6. So if you go on the website and actually just get the dimensions for this, that'll give you a really good idea for the width. In terms of the length though, it's fine. You can go way further on the length. It'll fit no problem at all. So that's the Laserbeak 360 virtual reality glasses. I'll leave the link below to the manufacturer, so if you want a set you can find them. I have no complaints with these so far. They seem to work really well. And again, my only other biggest gripe is there's no way to select, because there's no magnetic button or finger hole to put your finger through to actually touch the screen. As ever, thanks for watching. I'm just going to try and experiment here. I've noticed that there's some nice rubber here on the screen, and that your phone kind of just sits in there on it, and it's not quite perfect while I've still got my case on. But I'm kind of tempted that if I can remove this and adjust it, I can probably get the screen in without actually having to take it out of its case. Also gives us another opportunity to have a look inside this and see what's in there. 6 screws, count them up at the end. Okay, 2 plates, and there's a couple of springs everywhere. Those are the springs that are clamping it. Let's get these screws out. Screws and springs absolutely everywhere. Fortunately, there's these magnets in the case, and the screws seem to have jumped onto them. Let's get them out. I'll take these springs out while I'm here. Don't want them getting lost. So let's see if it will fit. So if I put my phone right there. Nah, it's too fat for it. It's a shame actually. I think what I might do, just to make it easier for Nexus, because you can see there's some foam here and you can put that straight on. Because the clamp is so tight on this, what I might just do is plop that in there and then get a piece of foam and attach it to here, like a big square of foam, just to hold that in place. Can use this post-it note pad to work out how thick to make that piece of foam. So I'll go this many pages loose. Let's try the fatter pile. About right. So you see, I'll just put a piece of foam in here and then just close it on there like that. Still a bit much. Let's just take a few more sheets. Almost there. Another few mil. See how it's almost closing? You don't want it to be too almost, because it could just throw your phone out ungraciously onto the floor. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think I like that solution though. Although the phone is actually pretty stuck in place, it's not moving around, you're then relying on this one magnet to hold it in. So it's likely to do this. Ah, smash. Oh well, back to the drawing board.